ICE agents told us the super cartel supplied 42% of Colombian cocaine in the U.S., some 900 tons over 7 years. Much of it grown here in the verdant coca fields that blanket central Colombia. We went with Colombian police commandos called junglas and U.S. ICE agents on a series of raids to destroy drug labs linked to the super cartel. Across streams, through dense vegetation, the junglas led us toward a crude structure hidden beneath the jungle canopy. In Colombia, Steve Kleppe is the U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement agent in charge.
How important is a lab like this to the cartel?
It's tremendously important. In the supply chain, this is step one. And you'll find these type of clandestine labs closest to the cocoa fields themselves.
The piles of coca leaves you see here are the source of the cartel's vast fortune. Inside these big barrels, the leaves are soaked with gasoline and toxic chemicals to make unrefined cocaine. There are thousands of labs like this across Colombia. They're easy to build and easy to conceal. The commandos set a series of explosive charges throughout the makeshift structure and directed us to a nearby coca field, where we watched the jungle lab go up in smoke. It's a tiny but critical part of the super cartel's global enterprise. 200 miles to the north, the cartel bosses ran their daily operations from a string of small cafes and coffee shops in an upscale neighborhood in Bogota.
Join me here. Won't you be seated, please, ladies and gentlemen? Come on, Dr. Jaffe. Mr. Grove, Mr. Grove. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to summarize for you the meeting that I have just had with bipartisan leaders. America's public enemy number one in the United States is drug abuse.
Okay, gentlemen, thank you for coming here today. We are here to discuss an important matter that could potentially destroy the economic status of this nation. Agent Imo, could you give us a briefing?
Miguel and Gilberto Orejuela, sir. They run the Cali cartel, along with Jose Santa Cruz Londoño. Based in Cali, Colombia, they are a close rival of the Medellin gang.
Excellent, Agent Imo. The Cali cartel. The Orejuelas and their cronies have been running rampart about downtown Miami, collecting illegal money from their customers. Both are wanted for multiple counts of racketeering, manslaughter to the third degree, and conspiracy to commit murder. In 1991 alone, we seized over 67 tons of cocaine, as well as 15 million in assets.
I thought our focus was on the Medellin cartel at the moment. Aren't they more of a threat?
It is true that the Medellin cartel is more destructive. However, because of all the attention that they bring to themselves, the Cali cartel has begun to rise. Every year, the cartel participates in what is known as limpieza social, or social cleansings. They kidnap prostitutes, street children, thieves, deserters, and dump them into the Cauca River after they finish killing every single one. They often leave them with signs saying, Cali limpia, Cali linda.
Okay then, we need to find a way to intercept one of their deals again. If they're allowed to go further, we may be dealing with an even more violent and complex crime syndicate.
It's true. We have word that they've infiltrated the United States. This is a much more complex gang than we anticipated.
We have received tips that one of the heads of the Cali cartel is here in Miami. Jose Santa Cruz Londoño was last seen getting into a taxi on the west end of Miami.
Alright, we can set up a team to go get him. Start on the west end.
Gilberto, help! There's agents everywhere. I'm in downtown and I can't get out.
Jose is in Miami right now, but some rat told the American authorities how to find him.
We will make the rat and his family pay for what he has done. In the meantime, we must make sure that Jose is safe. I can make a call and bribe the taxi services in Miami. That way, we can make sure that Jose is never where the DEA thinks he is.
That's perfect. Pay them all and make sure they never find Jose.
Okay.
Okay, Jose. We are going to secure all the taxi services in Miami and ensure your escape from the city.
Okay, we'll start in downtown Miami and see if we can find him there.
Alright, sounds good.
Where are we going?
Downtown Miami.
Sounds good.
My brothers, we have succeeded.
My friends, I want to congratulate you on your success in manipulating the American DEA recently. If it were not for your excellent performance, one of the oldest and largest heads of this cartel might not be standing here with us today.
Yes, and welcome back, Jose. It is good to have you here with us, especially because of what we are about to accomplish.
Thank you all for your help. It is good to be back in Colombia. I am excited to learn what you have in mind for your next endeavors.
Tomorrow the Cali cartel will move the largest amount of cocaine in the U.S. ever. This is a milestone for us and our business partners. However, this is also a huge challenge we must dedicate ourselves to if we wish to be successful.
Don't worry, brother. I've already assigned my men to handpick the dealers who will be selling the cocaine tomorrow near the ports of Florida.
We must take into consideration what the DEA is onto us. We did the same to them, and they have the same amount of resources we possess. There is no reason they couldn't try to intercept us.
Jose, you were only paranoid because of the close call you were in recently. Don't worry, we have been sufficiently quiet about this movement.
Still, your men ought to be prepared. Arm them well in case things do not work out as planned.
It is already done, Jose. Do not forget, we are the Cali cartel. We are always prepared for bloodshed.
Alright, gentlemen, we need to have a discussion about Operation Cornerstone. Can someone please tell me what happened?
Carried out the operation exactly as we had planned it. It was supposed to be an easy snatch and grab of Londonia, but it didn't work out that way.
How do you mean? What happened?
It was the cartel, sir. They've been a step ahead of us the whole time. We knew the Cali cartel connections in the United States, but apparently they have operatives right here in Miami.
It's true, sir. We thought we were following Londoño and his taxi, but it wasn't him at all. The taxi drivers must have been bribed to keep us away from Londoño and led us on a wild goose chase all over Miami.
Okay, Londoño is probably long gone from the United States by now, but at least we are aware of the Cali threat in Miami. We just have to be more careful the next time we plan a bust.
Speaking of which, we got one of the operatives in the taxi business to talk, and he tipped us off on a possible deal going down tomorrow.
Alright, we have to be extra cautious this time to make sure none of our agents get hurt. This is highly sensitive information, so let's not involve anyone who can be accessed by the Cali cartel.
So exactly what is the cartel dealing this time? Cocaine? Weapons? And where is this deal going to take place?
Our guy said the cartel was planning on moving a massive amount of cocaine into the country. We needed people to move the narcotic through the market. Our guy didn't give it a place then.
That's alright. We've been keeping tabs on the Cali cartel, and I think we can narrow down the locations pretty well. If they're moving a large amount, we can be sure that they will do it near the ports and the trees a couple miles inland.
That's reasonable. If the cartel isn't there tomorrow, then it won't have been as significant a deal as we anticipated.
Okay then, we'll put together a team to intercept this deal. In order to seize the cocaine, and more importantly, capture some cartel informants, we'll need to be prepared.
We'll be armed to the teeth then.
Hey gentlemen, good luck. And remember, act carefully. Your safety depends on it.
see the buyers coming up the road. They'll be here in a few minutes.
Alright, I'll get the merchandise ready.
Alright, looks like we were right. This is definitely the place. That is definitely a lot of cocaine. Yeah, I can see the buyers coming up the road now. Let's get ready.
Alright, fellas. I'm just waiting for the clearance from the command center. Alright, we're good. Let's go.
This is a lot of money we're dropping here. We trust the Cali cartel will be honorable in its business ventures today.
There's a lot of merchandise. We trust you have the money we require. DEA! Put the weapon on the ground! Hands on the ground!
It's a setup! Quick! Kill them all! Ah!
Oh, I got shot! We got it!
Alright, I think they're running low on ammunition. I'm gonna try and flank them from the right side. Bullet, take them from the top. Imo, cover me. Alright.
Get down! Nobody move! Anyone moves a single muscle, I'll kill him!
Okay, we're unarmed. We'll let you go on your way. Just let my colleague go and we won't mess with the Cali cartel anymore.
No, you won't. Just to be sure, we kill all you here.
That was too close. Thanks, Mullen. I thought that was the end of it.
Anytime, Agent Nakagawa. I'm glad you're still with us. Well, we killed all of our potential informants.
Not all of them. The buyer still got away.
Alright, let's go track them down.
Here we go again.
Your support again. Drugs are menacing our society. They're threatening our values and undercutting our institutions. They're killing our children. From the beginning of our administration, we've taken strong steps to do something about this horror. Tonight, I can report to you that we've made much progress. 37 federal agencies are working together in a vigorous national effort. And by next year, our spending for drug law enforcement will have more than tripled from its 1981 levels. We have increased seizures of illegal drugs. Shortages of marijuana are now being reported. Last year alone, over 10,000 drug criminals were convicted, and nearly $250 million of their assets were seized by the DEA, the Drug Enforcement Administration. And in the most important area, individual use, we see progress. In 4 years, the number of high school seniors using marijuana on a daily basis has dropped from 1 in 14 to 1 in 20. The U.S. military has cut the use of illegal drugs among its personnel by 67% since 1980. These are a measure of our commitment and emerging signs that we can defeat this enemy. But we still have much to do. Despite our best efforts, illegal cocaine is coming into our country at alarming levels, and 4 to 5 million people regularly use it. 500,000 Americans are hooked on heroin. 1 in 12 persons smokes marijuana regularly. Regular drug use is even higher among the age group 18 to 25, most likely just entering the workforce. Today, there's a new epidemic, smokable cocaine, otherwise known as crack. It is an explosively destructive and often lethal substance which is crushing its users. It is an uncontrolled fire. And drug abuse is not a so-called victimless crime. Everyone's safety is at stake when drugs and excessive alcohol are used by people on the highways or by those transporting our citizens or operating industrial equipment. Drug abuse costs you and your fellow Americans at least $60 billion a year.
Between June and July 1995, Gilberto Rodriguez was arrested in his home, and a month later, Miguel Rodriguez was apprehended during a raid.
It wasn't until 2006 where both were extradited to the US and pleaded guilty to Miami, Florida's authorities. After confessing the act of importing cocaine, both agreed to forfeit $2.1 billion in assets. The agreement, however, did not require them to cooperate in other investigations. They were solely responsible for identification of assets stemming from their cocaine trafficking. In the end, the war on drugs cost the US over $1 trillion in the past 40 years. With police, corrections, and judicial expenditures, state and local governments combined spend $25.7 billion yearly to prevent drug crimes. In 2009, over 1.6 million people were arrested for drug violations, currently making it the most popular offense to commit. The Cali Cartel has ended its reign, but as many presidents have pointed out, the war on drugs still continues today.